Oh my god. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. I did not call this happening in the first, like, I don't know, 2 minutes? I don't even have my timer going yet. Jeez, this was... What? It happened! The end! Well, I did not plan this at all. I figured, okay, I'll sit here for another hour doing this and dicking around. Oh crap, please. Okay, I'm invincible, so good. Whew. The End is Selphie's ultimate limit break, and it deals, well, the instant win button against pretty much any opponent except, I believe, undead. There's probably a handful of enemies that aren't susceptible to this. This will be my first time actually doing it myself. I've never gotten this to show up before. I've watched the thing on YouTube years ago, but I don't remember what happens. We just got into battle with this. I may even show part of my, like this whole footage uncut or something like that, but yeah. If you want a quick and easy way of defeating Omega, you can use Selphie's The End. And it's the instant win button. Wow, I did not expect that to happen that fast. Holy crap. You cannot imagine how stoked I am right now. Unless you've done this yourself and tried to get it for hours on end and it never works, and then all of a sudden, oh, look at that, you try the next day and it works. Whew. Well, that was fun. Alright, well, we're going to reload because I'm actually going to fight him again. We'll just cut to the battle actually starting here. Okay, I lied. I'm going to go over things real quick because I have made some significant changes in order to demonstrate one other thing or one other limit break that I haven't been able to show off up until now. And that will be Angel Wing. Technically, I've shown it off, but I haven't shown off its... I would say its most useful variant, which is known as Meteor Wing. Now, I haven't been able to find a complete list of all the spells that are included with Angel Wing, but it won't use any healing spells from what I've been able to gather. It's primarily going to make use of attack spells. And what it does is it prioritizes the spells that are lower on the attack damage scale. So what we want to do is we want to get rid of all of the spells that aren't going to do a lot of damage. You know, your basic Thundagas and your Blizzagas, which I had here, and Bio and stuff like that. Primarily, based on the name, we're going to go for Meteor Wing. Now, technically, Ultima is stronger on whatever scale this is than Meteor, so we can keep that in there and keep it junctioned, which is what we want. That's good. I don't know if Confuse and Berserk go through. If so, I can get rid of them after. Death, I definitely want on there as status protection, so I don't get hit with instant death from Omega. You can use this against anyone. I just figure here's a good opportunity to show it off. But you don't have to worry about Protect Shell or Reflect or anything like that. Meltdown, she may cast. I'm not 100% sure on that. Same with Pain, I don't know if she will. Anything that's healing based or positive statuses, she won't. So as you can see, I've had to remove things like Tornado from here. We put Haste on instead. We removed Holy from there. We'll put Kiraga on that. And everything else is pretty much the same as it was before. If it turns out that she's casting Confuse and Berserk and stuff like that, we'll come back and I'll switch it out so that we can show how effective this can be. Okay, loaded up the fight here, got everyone set up. Primarily, we're focusing on Rinoa in this fight because we just want to demonstrate her ability. It's not about actually defeating Omega, it's just more about showing off what she can do with her really useful ability here. And when there's very few other spells that she can cast, she will primarily focus on casting Meteor, which is what we're basically setting this up in order to do. Okay, we're back. So the boys listen. The niece, she doesn't listen. She's just like, yeah, I'm gonna come in. No, I'm busy. No, later. Go away. Basically, what we're getting here, and we need to inflict meltdown on this guy to get particular effectiveness out of it, is whenever Rinoa enters into Angel Wing status, she gains 5 times the magical damage that she normally would have. And when paired with Meltdown to reduce magical defense, and paired with Auto Haste to go extremely fast, and Maximum Magic Stat, which it does stack on top of. 5 times her maximum magic stat is ridiculous. From what I've heard, she should be able to get damage ranges around 7,500 per hit, and there's supposed to be 10 hits of Meteor per attack. That's what I've been told. This is actually my first time trying this out for myself. There we go. That's a little more like it. Against some weaker enemies, you can get a lot more effectiveness out of it. But if you take a look at what we have here, we have someone who will continuously cast Meteor over and over and over again, dealing crap tons of damage. And she's just able to walk through many enemies without too much of a problem. We'll get full cure going here, and basically Rinoa is probably able to solo this guy on her own as long as I keep her alive. Just because she's, well, there she casts a Meltdown. Like I said, she primarily focuses on spells that are weaker on the list. Normally that does next to nothing. This time she's going to spam them. But you'll notice, you turn down your battle speed, you put auto haste, speed plus 40, triples on her speed. She'll just start casting spells over and over and over again. You don't have to input them. It is broken levels of good. This is far better than Fast Ammo, Meteor Fist, or even, to be quite honest, most of the time it's even better than Renzaku. It is a broken ability, and one of the reasons why I didn't make use of it up until now, obviously from what you've just heard, I hadn't actually done it till now, and even though I'd read that it was extremely good, I was like, I never saw it that good. I never really saw Meteor doing more than like 700 damage a hit, no matter what I did. So I was like, it's probably not that good, whatever. But yeah, when she's doing, 60 or 70,000 damage per turn, and she's getting your turns every 1 second, it's kind of broken considering how fast she is and how much damage she can do. She can do it all on her own. You don't even have to input. I could go walk away from the game and she can win all on her own. It's just that level of speed. Auto haste and all the speed junctions, plus the maximum magic stat. HP is the third stat you'll want to focus on for this, but nothing else really matters. Everything else is just going to be fine. But yeah, she just annihilates everything. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn on fast forward. Oh, she does cast Berserk every once in a while. So you may want to remove Berserk from the occasion there, or from the thing there. There's level 5 death. Isn't that the first attack you were supposed to use? Have you still not done that yet? Yeah, the problem with turning on fast forward is the sound effects don't really flow very well with it. Well, there's your own Meteor. Yeah, your Meteor is nothing compared to mine, buddy. Absolutely nothing. And there she does cast Ultima. By the way, none of these spells are consumed from your stock when she does this, so you can do this freely in whichever fight you want and you'll just win. You only need to remove a few spells from Rinoa, and initially when I heard of this ability, I thought that I didn't want to do it because she would spend too much time, I wouldn't have any spells left. But, well, I should have gotten rid of the spell, but you really don't need to get rid of all that many spells. Just a lot of the ones you weren't using anyway, and only a few of the ones that you were actually using will even affect. And yeah, there's game over because I wasn't paying attention, but either way, The idea here is that Rinoa is a beast in combat, which is why one of the reasons why she should be pretty much everyone's choice for use in combat, even if she's not your favorite character, character-wise. So yeah, those are the last 2 limit breaks. Now, there's one more thing I'd like to show off. Okay, we're back, but we have bad news. I don't actually have a file this far back that I can do, because in order to show what I wanted to show, I need to not have Odin's card, meaning I need to have not killed Odin yet, because this little glitch involves him. I only just learned of this trick in the last 2 days, so I didn't actually expect to need a file this far back, so I hadn't saved one. Actually, I've been playing today, and so I went back and I loaded up my Steam save things on a browser and tried to grab old files to see if I happen to have anything on there that wasn't backed up. And unfortunately, I do not have anything. I have something way back on Disc 1, and I'm not playing all the way through Disc 1 and Disc 2 just to show off this one thing. I will explain how it works. When fighting Odin, we need to, well, if you want, you can duplicate what you get from him. Anything that you get from Odin when you steal from him and when you draw from him, so you can draw triples, steal the Luck Junction scroll, and then what you need to do is you need to kill him, initiate something that'll take a little while to kill him, such as a limit break. Make sure he's down pretty low. Initiate a limit break when there are 3 or 4 seconds left on the timer. Make sure that limit delivers the finishing blow, and when that limit delivers the finishing blow and he's not, and he'll be dead, his HP will be depleted to 0, but the timer will have also run out. What he does then is it's not game over, he kicks you out of the area, and you'll maintain all of those items that you stole and drew from him in the meantime. So yeah, I apologize for not being able to show this. It's something I only learned just recently, so my bad, but it's not something I had planned on showing off, so I didn't leave a contingency plan for it. Oh well. But yeah, that's another way of getting Luck Junction scrolls if you don't want to do this. The upside of this is you can do this as early as Disc 2, and you can max out your triples on everyone as early as Disc 2. I didn't know about this, like I said, until very recently, so it's not something that I incorporated into my run, but you can do this in the future if you so desire. Okay, we're back, and I was thinking about it, and something did come to mind for what I would like to do as far as a challenge run for the final boss. And that is, I'm going to junction absolutely frickin' nothing as far as magic goes. I'm still using my level 100 file where I've used the plus abilities, whatever they're called. My brain stopped working. You don't have any. Where are they? You don't have any. Strength bonus. There we go. So all the different bonus abilities, I have used them on all of these characters, so you can take a look at all their bare stats, depending on which level they were when I really started using them pretty heavily here. Some of these are affected by junctions that I have. I've given GFs to random people. It doesn't really matter. I've just given a few to each character, and some characters are going to do better than others. And so you just kind of see which GFs are on which characters there. And as far as abilities go, this is where I've allowed myself to play around and put some interesting things on. We have Auto Potion. You don't need Spirit bonus. Luck? Sure, why not? So you've got Auto Potion, some additional Spirit. Over here, we've got Revive, Auto Haste. You've got a lot of your good stuff still. And Squall over here has pretty much exactly what I want him to have, which is nice. He also has GF, so I can use Cerberus. Here we've got Dark Side. So one of the things I am banning for this fight is I'm banning intentionally damaging myself in order to get into Limit Break. I'm also banning the use of the Aura spell, so I can't just spam Limit Breaks. However, Irvine does have an aside. He can use Dark Side in order to lower his own HP that way, and that I will be allowing, because I want to use Dark Side in order to deal more damage. He's also got Auto Shell, just because that happened to be what was left over. Over here, we don't have a whole lot, because I don't have any more, what are they, Rosetta Stones? Which I don't think I do. Do I have a Rosetta Stone? If I have one, I will use it. I have a Rosetta Stone. What is Zell using for a GF? Brothers? Sure. We're gonna do that. It'll give him at least some more options. It was Pandemona and Brothers, I think, right? I'll give it to Pandemona. Not that it matters, because I'm not gonna save any of this anyway. Just for funsies. Junction Zell. Give you some more options here. So yeah, we got speed, HP, strength, and more speed, I guess. Actually, you've got HP. Let's give you cover. And you also have the defend command, so that could be useful there. Should I use absorb? Sure, we're going to use absorb. I never use absorb. I can't even remember what kind of damage range it does. You have GF in case I want to summon Carbuncle? Sure, why not? I just randomly threw stuff together. I'm not really all that worried about it. It's some form of a challenge run. Yeah, let's just go do it. I have no idea which characters I'm going to get initially. Let's get it over with. We're going to fight her now. I just want to see how this will actually fare. This will end up being a little longer of an episode because I decided spur of the moment to tack this on to the end of the episode, but oh well. Yeah, this was pretty much all I wanted to accomplish with this game. I wanted to show off as much as I could in terms of being able to break the crap out of this game because it's so easy to do. And I thought it would be beneficial to have a nice little reference point in case anyone wants to check back and find out, you know, how to do this certain thing or that certain thing or whatever, right? And I think I've done a relatively good job of providing the information that I need to provide, even if, you know, it's completely convoluted and kind of pointless to go way over the top the way I did. Because this game's not really all that hard, just going at it normally. See, I don't think I'm going to ban anything else for this fight. But what I do want to do is I want to get Cerberus going right away so I can triple cast a number of spells. In the meantime, I think we'll just attack. And maybe I want to heal that already. What do I use to heal that? Yasuna? Yeah, my characters are very, I wouldn't say underpowered. They're probably in and around a relatively decent place, considering. I had also played around with the idea of using auto reflect, but I knew because I was just throwing stuff together, I'd end up forgetting who had that on. I think it was Renoa. It was either Renoa or Selfie. I remember it was one of the two, so I just took it off and said the hell with it. Alright. Triple cast. Ultima! And triple cast. Meltdown. Sure, why not? I should have done Meltdown first, but, you know, best laid plans and all. So yeah, when you get to a higher level, Ultimacy is going to have a lot more HP. And if you'll excuse my not being prepared, I am trying to Google how much HP she has while I'm trying to fight this guy. I keep typing it wrong or something. It's not coming up. There we go. It wasn't auto-correcting for me. Auto-correct, please. Triple. Actually, let's do haste and normal attack. And then I think we're going to throw some meteors at you. See what that does. So yeah, let's see. Stats at max level for the first form here should be 280 or so thousand. Where's my meteors? Meteor? Meteor. As you can tell, I'm still not particularly worried about pretty much anything that she can do, because it doesn't really hurt me all that much. Oh no, this is, sorry, that stat was for the actual final boss. You gonna give me the stats for all the other versions? No? Okay, screw you then. Yeah, see, that's about as much damage as I was able to do with Meteor prior to being able to demonstrate it in this episode here, which was rather nice to be able to finally see how cool that could actually be. What else? Sure, we'll throw regen on people. And then we'll throw... Do I have protect? I don't think I have protect anymore, do I? Oh, I do still have protect. We will suffer, huh? No, I don't think so. I haven't fought Ultimecia at max level in a long time. This just happened to be the party I got. I was lucky enough to get Squall, but other than that, you know, I'm not banning limit breaks. If I happen to get a limit break, I'm going to make use of it, but I don't want to spam limit breaks, because that would nuke this guy regardless. Regardless of whether I've buffed my stats or not. I figure I'll just try a whole bunch of random weird stuff that I wouldn't normally do. Let's see here. Triple flares. And you can triple cast some holies. And you're better off using your normal attack. Yeah, the sad thing is I need to cast Meltdown again, but spells just really aren't as effective as I wish they would be. At least as far as, like, casting attack magic. That's not bad. He must be weak to holy. Yeah, we should be able to take this guy down. I don't think this challenge run will be too bad. I probably could have done more to challenge myself, but depending on what you want to do, you'll just end up making it take too long. At least that's how I feel. Remedy. Confuse was blown away. Not that I need that. Let's get Meltdown going. Where is it? I'll just triple cast it. Why not? That way, if it doesn't hit the first time, I'll at least be able to hit it a subsequent time. Oh, actually, scan. We can scan him. I never scanned him before. Let's see what it looks like. This actually might give us a little lore, too. Let's see here. In Squall's mind, the strongest GF, through Ultimecia's power, continues fighting without vanishing. He's level 65. So yeah, this one specifically notes that the Griever is from Squall's mind, or at least that it's the most powerful GF in his head. Did I get doomed? I get doomed. We're gonna go with Holies, because Holy seemed to do really well against you last time. Yeah! So I guess this is what it would look like if we played the game and then used a lot more magic than we did normal attacks and limit breaks. Takes a little bit longer, I guess, but At least we get some of the cool sound effects and some of the cool animations for things. And we can still deal decent amounts of damage depending on who we're fighting. Just make sure to use Meltdown. My stats are still quite high. Like, Squall still has a maxed out strength stat, so it's not like I'm not doing any damage, but... I'm just wondering if some of the attacks that I wasn't worried about before will end up doing a lot of damage to me now. Is it Dispel that I need to use? I think it's Dispel that I need to use to get rid of that. Where are my Dispels? Don't want Quistis to... Actually, I probably should just let Quistis die outright, because, you know, then I could get other characters in here. But oh well. Too late now. Oh, I guess that wasn't the right thing after all. Oh, the music's changed. Let's throw Ultima out again. Going to a whole nother area now. Fighting among the clouds. Ow. Huh. Go figure. That actually does a lot of damage now. What do you mean I got egg on my face? What do you mean I accidentally got myself killed because I'm stupid? Even after I said that he was pretty weak. Alright, so this time I just cut to me being partway through the battle. And everyone has Shell on this time, and we're going to X-Potion you. And yeah, things have just started to shake. I used a little bit of Irvine's Limit there, lowering him down with Dark Side there. Now I'm going to keep him at max level, because now he's going to... Oh, did I skip right past it? Oh no, here we go. Yeah, Shockwave Pulsar. So I have Shell on, so I'm hoping that I will survive. That's kind of the plan anyway, so Shell should be able to reduce the amount of damage you receive from Shockwave Pulsar. Normally you would just have a lot more HP at this point. Okay, now I'm going to do Phoenix Pinion here. Not that I'm worried about it for the damage, but we're specifically doing that so that if by happen chance I die again during this course of this fight, then I'll at least be able to demonstrate that you can get auto-revived by Phoenix after you haven't cast it. I'm not sure if you need to additionally have Phoenix Pinions in your inventory at the same time, but I have enough of them, so that should be fine. There we go. Shockwave Pulsar. And next thing I'm going to do... Oh, I was figuring I'd end up with a Limit Break. Magic, triple, make sure I still have Shell on in case he decides to do that again. There we go. And I guess we'll just go for normal attack there, and then I should probably heal. Probably heal. Probably should have healed with Irvine there, but oh well. Okay, I didn't need the shells. Just wanted to make sure. I don't know if that reestablishes things in this game. Magic. Where's my meltdowns? I haven't hit you with that yet. And then we'll heal people up one at a time to recover here. Probably didn't need triple with that, but probably should have set it up earlier. Oh, I think I've finished him off. I can't remember if he only does Shockwave Pulsar once or not. Can't remember. But yeah, there's always a surprise when you're used to having specific stats and then all of a sudden you have completely different stats. It's like, oh, that actually hurts now. And by the way, sorry if you can hear children in the background. They're shooting pool over there and not much I can do. Can't prevent them from doing everything just because I happen to be recording at the time. Okay, next stage. The Adele and Renoa phase, I guess. Alright, so we're going to recover on Quistis there. Make sure she's fully healed. Not that she has a lot of HP to begin with. And so we're going to get my triple set up here. We'll use another dark side. I'll have Selfie, I think, heal herself. Yeah, make sure we set up Meltdown. That's your ultimate setup there. Yeah, it's at maximum level. Omega, I think, has over 150 to both Vitality and Spirit. So when you hit Vitality 0, you're doing a lot to increase your chances of dealing lots of damage. Let's do a single haste on Selfie. You can dark side again. Well, that's different. Video game? Are you not going to work here? Let's do... Where are they? Meteors. There we go. Now we get some AP ammo. We'll go for pulse ammo. I think that hits everybody. And... what else? Protect on everybody. That was what I wanted to do. Only some of my characters seem to have protect. Which is fine. Definitely does a lot less damage to the other one. But Meteor's pretty much your most effective spell, I think, in terms of like pure offense. Even if you're not doing ridiculous amounts of damage with it like Renoa does with Angel Wing. There's Hyper Shot. So typically when I'm using a limit break, I'm only getting like one limit break off and then I pretty much have to heal because I can't have my characters at too low of an HP for too long because I never know what's coming next. Tornado? Really? Whatever. That's fine. Oh, it did more damage than I thought it would. Recover. Oh, you got another one set up there. Stick with normal attacks. Yeah, like I said, I can only have them around like that for a little while before I have to start worrying about it. Where are my ultimates? Oh. We finished you off, did we? But yeah, with the big damage dealer, you know, with Squall before in the first attempt, I never got Renskuken, never even got him a limit. Irvine's used 2 limit breaks so far. I think I used AP ammo the first time before we cut back, just because he happened to fall into that, and then I had to heal him right away. Same thing this time. Ultima's not too bad. I think it's between Ultima and Meteor at lower levels that are like lower magic stat that are your best 2 spells. Oh, we got rid of the 2 side guys. Ow. Yeah, Meteor. And what else? I can't remember which one's susceptible to to Holy. I know the first phase of Ultimisia was susceptible or immune to Holy. Griever was weak to Holy. I never know. Meteor's doing pretty good damage here, so I think we'll go with Meteors. It's one of the longer animations, unfortunately, but oh well. Yeah, I guess this is what it would look like if I didn't know what I was doing. Which, in a sense, I kind of don't, because I'm in unknown territory with trying to fight the final boss this way. But also kind of way out in left field doing something really weird, considering I don't have any magic spells junction, so. No status protection, no elemental protection. No stat buffing, just whatever I can get by reaching a level 100 and using some of the bonuses. One final challenge. Now, just so you know, the next Let's Play is not going to, like, it'll probably be another week off after these episodes come out. It's not something I'm actually ready to, like, I haven't recorded any of it yet, so I can't necessarily start the LP until I record some of it and then edit some of it, and so yeah, I just need a little time. I've been quite busy the last little bit here. Hopefully, I will be able to get things started and put together relatively shortly. But I knew like a week before the end of the Final Fantasy VIII Let's Play that, like before the finale, that I would be in this situation where I would have to take, you know, a few weeks off here and there, just to get everything settled. Life happens, you know. I always like this kind of ambience. I'm not sure what type of sound or what kind of object creates that sound, but I've always enjoyed stuff like that. And then, of course, we get creepy. The final form of Ultimisia. Denied, huh? I don't think so. Getting flashbacks to Reboot. Hell's Judgment. Is this the one that reduces me to 1? Right? I think. Auto Potion! I love you. And Mega Elixir. And what else we go for? Dark Ammo this time, why not? I didn't even get that last shot in. Oh, my shell wore off, has it? What'd you kill? My Berserk. You can do the same thing again? Alright, so we're gonna do Curaga, Curaga, Curaga. Fire ammo. And Shockwave Pulsar. Just use different ammo, why not? There we go. Get a few different types of attacks in. Unfortunately with Quistis, unless I was going to use, like, you know, Degenerator or something like that, there's nothing that can even compete with the amount of damage I get from Shockwave Pulsar, so there's not really a whole lot of reason to use anything else in her mind. think I was looking it up. I think the maximum damage with Shockwave Pulsar is like 32,000 and then a few hundred or something like that. Well, I should have used 2 on Irvine. Suna, I don't need. That's fine. Magic. Where are my shells? Magic. You have Protect. You do. Let's re-establish some of my my protection here. Even though I don't think all of them need it, or... Well, 2 out of 3. There we go. And then Protect. And nobody needed that. It seems to last a long time. Okay, those other 2 are fine. Gonna do that. Oh, I lost my my triple somewhere along the line there. Let's see here. Where are my triples? Oh, you must have been dispelled. That's all it was. And let's see, demolition ammo. I don't use that very often. And then we're going to recover Irvine. Get him back up to full health there. I actually got a lot of limit breaks off this time with Irvine before he needed to get healed. That'll speed things along. There we go. No more limit breaks for a while. And let's see. Throw some meteors at you. Irvine can do the meltdowns. And then Selfie can do the ultimates. Everybody gets to cast some spells. Yeah, one thing I've noticed, and I'm sure some of you have noticed as well, is generally in my Let's Plays, I tend to go for physical attacks more often than I do magical attacks. And this is one of the primary reasons for that. Not only do they take longer animation-wise, but you often don't get as much damage, or it's a lot more difficult to create a higher amount of damage out of magical spells as opposed to just using like a physical attack or a special ability that's maybe physically or magically based or something like that, something that's not like direct magic. It's weird that they have a lot of these fantastical worlds with these completely out there magical abilities, and then they make these magical abilities less functional than you would hope that they would be, considering how cool they are, you know, from a perspective of someone living in the real world that doesn't have magic like this. Unless, of course, you live in a world that does have magic like this, you know, who knows? Multiverse theory, maybe, who knows? And what'd I lose this time? The spell. Not particularly worried about that. Okay. X potion on you. Auto X potion for you. Irvine gets another crack at things. AP ammo. There we go. Oh, you can draw Apocalypse. Do I still have my shells in effect? It doesn't say, and I don't know, so I'm just gonna make sure to cast it just to be sure. Not that I think it would do ridiculous amounts. Oh, well, Selfie needed it. Our characters have desynced in terms of where they can make use of things. I don't have anyone withdraw, so no more Apocalypse for us. Actually, I'll see if I need to heal here. Ouchie! I do need to heal. Got an Auto-X potion there. Heal Quistis after she gets her Ultimas in. Yeah, one of the things I was doing when I was trying to find a file to be able to demonstrate the Odin glitch that I talked about before, I went back to my my emulator from years ago that I haven't used in, 4 or 5 years in terms of Final Fantasy VIII, and tried to see how many files I had on Disc 2. All the ones I had on Disc 2 had already beaten Odin, so I even tried that. And one of the things you notice when you go back there is, one, how low the resolution is compared to the HD mods, and here's my, do I have Protect With You? And just, how blocky it looks, comparatively speaking. Okay. I'm going to recover on Irvine there. There's that. Actually, I probably should use Mighty Guard with Quistis, now that I think about it. Sounds like a good idea. Not that I think I need most of the effects of it anymore, but I could have been using that all along. Yeah! I think once you've entered the lines of dialogue, she just will repeat them. Well, not repeat them, but she'll say them every time you take an action against her. So I don't even think we need to worry about healing anymore. Because yeah, she's not really doing anything. You just need to attack her and her... Okay, she does still do things. Okay, never mind. And of course you target the one person that's gonna die from that. Lovely! She's the one that had revive too, didn't she? Never got a chance to use that. Suna was blown away. If we weren't so late into the fight, I would have said, okay, she died, she gets to stay dead. If this kills her, maybe I will leave her dead. Okay, fine. Quistis, you don't get to stick around. Because you keep getting targeted. And that's pretty much it. Oops. Wow, that was fast. It must be on some kind of a global cycle or something like that. Who do we get to replace? I'm hoping for Renoa. Well, Squall, I guess you could annihilate the boss too. That's fine. Is that it? Quistis made the whole thing. That's not fair. But anyway, that's pretty much all I had planned for bonus episodes for Let's Play Final Fantasy VIII. I covered all the things that I really wanted to cover. Got an extra challenge. I talked about getting the Infinite Lux Scrolls, if you care about that kind of thing. One of the things you can do with that, it takes 20 minutes because you have to wait for the timer to run out each time. But you can get Infinite Lux Scrolls, and I think you can turn Lux Scrolls into Luck Up. I think it takes about the same amount of time to do this at the end of the game by fighting the Tri-Faces. So you could do that too, and that would probably be just as fast later on in the game. But that means you can't kill Ultima Weapon. So again, it's up to you. You can kind of do with it whatever you want if you're going to try and max out your levels or your stats or anything like that. But yeah, it took me about 4.5 hours to max out my levels in terms of the grinding. It's not too bad on the island closest to Hell. You just fight everything there, and have death and sleep on your status attacks. Use things like Rapture. Degenerator is really, really good. Quistis really shines with grinding. You can use Irvine's Limit Break to deal lots of damage pretty quickly. You could use Devour to, well, Devour, you don't get experience, but you can use Devour to get rid of enemies. Make sure to only train with 2 people at a time so that the Ruby Dragon doesn't kill you with breath, because that can ruin your day if you haven't been saving often enough. But yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to go over with Final Fantasy VIII. Again, it's been a lot of fun, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And we will see you again real soon for the next Let's Play. But anyway, that's all for this one. And I'll see you guys next time.